Hey guys, Jim Dude's Guitars. Seen a lot of people making tier lists lately, so I am going to do one myself. Specifically, Dean and Claire did one. I unfortunately can't do my face in the screen, so I'm just recording this off my phone screen and going to narrate. So we've got the tier list everyone knows about. S is highest, and I'm assuming F and G and such is the lowest. And we're going to go in order of the guitars and how I bought them and how I would rank them based on factors like playability, comfort, how much they inspired me, and how much they made me happy and excited to play them, and just like any issues or any problems that I noticed over the course of time having the instrument. So we're going to start with my Kiesel Vanquish. It was the first guitar I had, and it is definitely going right up to A tier because it was my first Kiesel, and it was a guitar that really inspired me a lot. I had a Music Man before it, and the Kiesel just totally was a game changer. Having the options to pick the exact guitar I wanted, the comfort of the bevels on the Vanquish, the push-pull coil split knob, the stock pickup sounded amazing. There was so much about this guitar. The Vanquish is also a very comfortable guitar. It's hard to see in the little tiny picture, but it kind of has an offset shape, just a slight bit on the bottom, and it is really comfortable when you play in classical position sitting down. So it was definitely high. Not quite S tier, as you'll see which guitars I put in there, but definitely one of the best guitars and what got me addicted to pretty much only buying Kiesel from that point. So we're going to be moving on to the next guitar I got, which was my first headless, and that would be my Osiris. Now, my Osiris is great, but it's going to have to go in a B tier for a couple reasons. First off, the string change took a little bit to get used to. It played fantastic and everything was amazing with it as usual, but the string changes were kind of something that was a little frustrating at first. Having only had guitars with headstocks, it made it a little bit frustrating when you have to go through, two sets of strings, which aren't cheap nowadays, because you cut one too short or you can't get it back in, and or the slips out or something like that. So there was definitely some issues with that. This one had the Brilliant pickups and they sounded great, but also I realized for the things that I was playing at that time, they were way more vintage sounding, which is great for what I kind of do now and want more of a clean tone. But at the time in 2019, I was very heavy metal influenced, active pickups, heavy gain. So that was another little slight drawback. A plus on it though was it was my first roasted neck. Felt amazing and definitely started my obsession for that. So I really did like the headless once I got used to the string changes, and I decided I was going to get another one. Oh wait, actually no, I got the Delos run was after that, and the Delos run was a guitar run they did, and they have 3 stages, and they go up as the stages go up. So stage 1 is the most basic specs. Stage 2 is a little bit fancier, and stage 3 is their fanciest and best deal options. So I got a stage 1, and I'm just going to be honest, it was a C, and there's only one reason for that. It was partially my fault. I got a 12-inch radius, which is a little too round for me. Very nice for chords and stuff like that, but when you want to try to do some shreds on it, which depending on your playing style can benefit or deter it, and it kind of deterred me. I quickly learned to adapt, but it was just one of those things that I wasn't too aware of. Also, roasted flame maple upgrade that I got for $300. It was like a 3A, not quite a standard flame neck, which still looks amazing. It played great. I did swap the pick guard, and now it has a little bit more of a resonant wooden tone. Nothing really bad with the guitar. Just like I said, it's just a couple of options that I spec'd out kind of hindered my playing with it. Also had the lithium pickups. Now, I wanted another headless, like I was saying, and the Vader came, and it's going up to the A because this is like the perfect couch guitar. You can hear the owner Jeff talk about it. Like it's right up there with an HK. It is like one of the most comfortable guitars to sit and play, unplugged, plugged in, travel with. It's neck through. They now come in bolt on, but mine's neck through. I also was able to get the limited roasted maple neck, so it's got something that neck throughs can't even have nowadays. So that's really cool. Um, has the polarity active pickups, which were perfect for me at the time. Just an insane guitar. Standard poplar top, which looks amazing. Really can't say enough good things about this guitar. I don't play it enough, as unfortunately it took a little bit of water damage and flood we had at my house. So I've been fixing it up and getting everything back into working condition with it, but I still kind of leave it alone until it's exactly finished because I'm not wanting to cause any electrical problems. But anyway, besides all those things, is an amazing guitar. Definitely on the A tier. All right, now we're going to be moving on to, I believe I got the next one was the HD. And once again, it was a B. I don't really see myself going beyond C, to be honest. Maybe a D on one of these, I don't know. But this was a B. Very comfortable, very amazing to play. Uh, it was honestly just cosmetic things that kind of upset me. The purple saber was a little bit too dark. Very hard to see the nice 5A grade flame and KTB flame fretboard. In the sunlight though, it does shine. But that's just little minor problems. All these guitars are absolutely amazing playability wise. It's just little things that, as you've had a guitar for a year or something, you'll notice and be like, well, I wish it would have been a little bit better than that or something. But it's just nitpicking. And also that guitar's tuned down half step, so it's like my Van Halen shreddy headless. It has Holdsworth pickups, which aren't wax potted and do have a lot of feedback, which is good in some instances. In some instances, it is really annoying. So, but they sound great. I really love the bridge pickup. The neck is great too, but the bridge is almost like a neck and a bridge. Um, but yeah, just little things like that kind of were a little bit of a pain. Um, that put it in the B tier. Moving on, next, I believe, yes, it was. I deleted. I had that on there twice. It was the Aries, and this is the first S tier. The neck through Aries was my first guitar where literally it's pretty much a master build, upgraded black limba, master grade quilt top, master grade Pelman ebony, matching headstock, gold hardware. Everything was just absolutely stunning. Jeff took a lot of video of this guitar throughout the build process. It's on my channels and socials. He oiled the top up and did a lube it up for lubers quote and was cracking me up. And then when it was painted on the workbench getting a hardware put on, he took it outside and showed it off, and then it got this amazing photo that's there. So it was very special to me to see how much that they photographed and took this guitar and did even a video. If you go to Kiesel and you go to the Aries video where they show how they have neck through and bolt on Aries, this is actually included in the video, so it'll be on their site forever. So it's very honoring to have that on there. So that was a big part of it being S tier. And also, this guitar is just insane to play. Neck through Aries. It's got a little cut on the lower horn bevel to help with fret excess, and then the bevel itself just allows your right arm to be where it needs to be and stay real snug to your body. All right, moving on. I'm pretty sure the next one was the Andy James, and this is going to be my only D tier. And because of the Evertune bridge, I was not a fan. It might be user error, it might be something I'm not aware of, but when in position 2 where the tuning doesn't change as you turn, I will get my guitar into the tuning I want with that position with the key, and then as I tune up a couple turns to go into position 3 and back it off to where it'll be able to bend, the string, whether or not I've pulled on it, stretched it, new, old, doesn't matter, will slightly go sharp, even though it's not turning the tuning peg. That saddle moving or something in there makes the guitar go slightly sharp. Therefore, having me to go back into position 2, tune the guitar slightly flat, and then hoping that when I tune up and get to that position that it is in tune. So those issues were frustrating. Like I said, if anyone knows that it might be something I'm doing wrong, maybe I'm not stretching them enough, let me know. But I've pretty much given up on it. It pretty much just sits in a case now. It's got an amazing master grade flamed roasted neck and fretboard, but I don't get to enjoy it because, like I said, it's just kind of aggravating to have to try to work with that Evertune. I thought I would like it because everyone talks about how it holds tune, and you don't have to tune it, which it is nice once you get it in tune, but I'm not going to spend 30 minutes every time I want to put it in a tuning just so I can get it right and then have it set up. That's just ridiculous. Hipshot fixed bridge does just fine. Again, Polarity Actives, great sound. But I found later on now, as I'm growing in my playing, I am actually now becoming more of a passive player. So you'll see that. So next one is the Crescent, and that is definitely going right up to S tier 2. This one is definitely the nicest, most work of art guitar I have. It is all decked out, one piece ash body, master grade flame, top, neck, fretboard, headstock, custom color, custom fade, done by Jeff, thin black burst. I mean, it just goes on and on. Natural binding. Absolutely stunning. Polarity Actives, plays amazing. I almost don't play it that much because I don't want to ding it or scratch it, but it's definitely the nicest guitar I own, and definitely a guitar that I will either pass down or be buried with. It's one of the most insane guitars I've ever seen, let alone owned, and no other Crescent that's come out from Kiesel has ever even come close to looking as good as it. Alright, moving on after that. I believe I got like a Solo and a Hyperdrive that I've sold off. So those two would probably be down here as I don't play them anymore on E. So after that, I believe we went with the Crackle Type X, and I really like that. That's another A tier. I really like the shape. It sits nicely. The only issue with this guitar would have been that you definitely need a strap if you're not going to play just sitting down. But even then, sitting on your lap and in classical, it does have a little tendency to slide. So just keep that in mind. But it's got zebra pickups. I believe it's Thorium Empyrean, which is like my new favorite pickup combination. And the zebra wood fretboard plays amazing. Black limba neck, alder body sides, custom crackle fade finish, lavender to light pink. Just a really cool build and really 80s too. It's also tuned down half step. So there's my other Van Halen-y guitar. So it's almost like his star shape. Just an amazing guitar. One of my favorite headless. Probably that and the Vader are Type X and Vader are probably my two favorite headless. Let's just being honest. Okay, So now we go to the last S tier. Well, no, it is not the last S tier. This will be one of the last. The K series. That is Kiesel's flagship model. This guitar was a guitar I've dreamed of having since 2016, even before I had a Kiesel, just knowing of Kiesel. Never thought I'd own one, as they start out at such a high value base price. And the shape, the contours, the bevel, the thickness, and how thin it is and stays close to your body, everything about it is perfect. I mean, Jeff, you could tell, really painstakingly took his time and made the perfect guitar. When he says it's his idea of the perfect guitar, I think he means for everyone, because I found it to be that way as well. It was absolutely perfect. I loved it. From the moment I put my hands on it, he threw in wooden ash bobbins to match the body. Did it in a color treatment, as I believe the roasted ash spec was missed. But they more than made up for it with the wooden bobbins, the color treatment, and they gave me $400 in credit. So absolutely insane customer service. But gold hardware, roasted bird's eye fretboard, insanely playable, neck through construction. Hands down, just insanely comfortable. I honestly considered at one point selling all my others just to get more K series. That's how good it played. So if that tells you anything. So after that, I had a $400 credit and decided to get the Zeus, and the Zeus goes right into the A because it's almost an S tier. It's another headless that I would consider in my favorites. This one had a denim finish, purple denim, but didn't really have a lot of purple in it, so that was a little bit disappointing. That kind of brought it down a little, the finish. The chambered walnut was really nice, though. I really do like that. First guitar that I had that was chambered. I don't know if the K series was or not, but really nice resonance. First multi-scale, which was an amazing thing to try. I transitioned to it very easily, and it was one of those things that you think is going to kind of take a while, but you just kind of pick it up naturally. So that was absolutely an amazing guitar. It's probably my favorite guitar to sit and play in classical position for its comfort. So, all right, after that, we've got the Thanos, which is also S or A tier. And I'm going to say that the only reason it is not S tier, well, you know what? Yes, it is S tier. I'm just going to say it. It has decked out everything. Fade by Casey, walnut layer, roasted ash body, master grade pale moon ebony fretboard, the top's upgraded, red pickups, gold poles. I mean, the only reason I was thinking about putting it down in A was because it only has a 12th fret marker, and that was a little bit of a learning curve for me. I should have had my dots. I'm not a person who can just rely on side dots, so I am bringing that back down to A. But rounded body sides makes it a little less comfortable too, but the arm cut and everything's still there, and the belly carve. So, and it has rounded on the back, almost kind of like a Mayonnaise Reginus or Regis or however you say it. So it is got a nice comfort to it. And lastly is the A2 S tier, because it was a tribute to my dad. All master grade woods, upgraded black limba, master grade Cocobolo fretboard, master grade Buckeye Brill top, custom gold burst finish. I mean, it's just insane. Maple layer that's thick. Jeff went above and beyond, showed this one off in a video as well. He just killed it, signed it without even having me to ask, which I appreciated. So just an insanely built guitar, and honest to God, the one I play the most out of all, having all of them right now. So anyway, that was my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry I rambled so long, but these guitars need a little bit of explanation. So Let me know which one you guys like the most, or which one you would like to play if you were to ever come by and see my collection. Like I said, I appreciate you guys watching and listening to me blab about my guitars. So we'll see you in the next video.